Yeah. Good morning. Now that we're recording, they're on to math, and he seems a little happier. Composite shapes, surface or area of composite shapes. We did a few examples. We cut and pasted. I figured out you can actually do that one with trapezoids. But do things in a simple manner. I'm going to, once I go down here, we're going to do a couple, and then I'm going to modify this one a little bit. And then we're going to put some numbers and do this one because some of the questions on the next page involve subtracting. So when we have a composite shape, we have to find the area of two parts and add them up. This one's a little bit sketchy. I would assume that that's a square. I guess we technically have to. So we have the first part and the second part. So the first part, it's the wrong color. The first area total is area 1 plus area 2. Oh my gosh, I'm all distracted. Area 1 is a square or a rectangle. I use length times width for any of them just because it's an old habit. This one has 10 yards. 10 yards, which is 30 yards square. This one, even though I've covered it up, tells us, well, it's a circle. So pi's our square. Pi times 5 yards squared. Where's that going to pop? Oh, good. That's a great spot for it. Pi squared times pi. What? Equals 78.54. So this total, add them up. Oh, that is horrifically wrong. What did I not do here? This is not a whole circle, it's a half a circle. So I need to divide that by 2. So 178 divided by 2 gives us 39.27. I know someone was going to yell out, hey, Mr. McKay, you did that wrong. If I do make that mistake, that's when you're supposed to turn your microphone on and say, hey, Mr. McKay, you did something wrong. Feels like a Monday morning. I don't know. Well, I guess it isn't. So that's a little bit better. Give another second. Anyone needs to write that down. Ooh. 1, 2. A1 plus A2. Length times width. Assume that's a square. Hmm. Oh, here comes the heat. Uh, two rectangles. A square and a rectangle. 64 and 64 is 128 meters square. Now, for fun, I'm going to go down here. Oh, those are all together. Oh, that's no fun. I was going to turn it sideways and make it look like a house. Oh, that's not going to work. We'll put a window in. And let's say this window is 4 feet by 5 feet. And we want to find the shaded area. So when we have a question like this, which some of the ones down below are, we have our first area, which is this triangle, which we have the base and the height. We have our second area, which is the great big rectangle. And then we have our third area that we need to worry ourselves with, which is that little window. So if I leave the window out, area total is A1 plus A2. But when we take that window out, what we have to do minus, because we're pulling that bit out, A3. So anything where you have a window taken out, we'll look at some of the other ones in a minute, we're going to have to pull little bits out. So area 1 was a triangle, base times height over 2. Area 2 is a rectangle, length times width. Area 3 is our window, which is another rectangle, which is length times width. Everything's in feet, so we're all good. So now I'm going to go back and find my triangle. My base is 10, well, 10.5. And I'm going to get it all. This is why I color code things. 7 feet over 2. $10.5 times 7 divided by 2 gives us 36. A2 is our great big rectangle, which is the length is 10.5 feet times 14 feet, 140, 210. Wow, boy was I off. 140 plus, yeah, okay. I did 15. Yeah, there we go. 147. Now we have to subtract, because we pulled a window out. This is 4 feet minus 20 square feet. can't do that in my head, so I'm going to start from the beginning. 3675 plus 147 gives us that, minus 20 gives us 163.75. Hopefully this makes sense. No comments in the chat. What? Oh, all right. We're 2 weeks into this, and I realize when I open that, it gets rid of the third window. Make sure and cut that one out, turn it, make it a house. So then we have this circle with a triangle, because my pen causes some trouble. Let's see. What do we want to make the radius of this circle? Let's pick a fun number. There's pi involved, so it's not going to make a huge deal. Let's say that's 9 meters. I don't know. So if the length from there to there is 9 meters, well, that's the radius. This is a question where I would give you just one number and say, find the shaded area. Because, well, we can figure out that the radius is 9. But from here to there, that bottom part of this triangle, is that not also a radius? So we know the thing of the triangle. So I'm going to call that area 2. And the circle is area 1. When we're subtracting, minus A2, it's a whole circle, so we don't have to divide. And we're going to subtract the base times the height divided by 2. So, switcheroo, pi times 9 meters squared minus the base is 9 meters, height is 9 meters, divide that by 2. So 9 squared is 81 times pi equals 254.47, 254.47, 254 meters squared. Subtract. Hey, instead of multiplying by pi, 9 times 9 equals, we're going to divide that by 2. Get so close. It's about 203.97. I'm going to be sneaky and put a minus sign in front of that because I've got a minus sign in front of it. And I'm going to add 213.97. So I was totally wrong. Meters squared. So two things stuck together, we have to add. If we have a piece pulled out, we have to subtract. And I like a question like that. Or I could give you a square and put a circle inside it, tell you what the radius of the circle is, and get you to figure a squared circle. Well, that's not a square. I don't think I could do something like that and ask you to find. I mean, obviously that doesn't look good at all, but that sort of thing, that's the idea. So, are there any questions? Are we good? I'm going to go look at the homework things. So, I asked you to do some of those, 1, 4, 5, and 6. But this one, so now we're going to do the rest, essentially. 2, we have a parallelogram. But there's a triangle taken out. So find the area of the parallelogram, the base, the height. Well, you have the base of the triangle, the height of the triangle. Your center to the edge. Find the radius. So those are essentially what? Almost like what we've just done. I said this one, like there's a rectangle, there's a trapezoid. You could also find the area of the big rectangle and, well, there's a triangle. You know the height is this. 26 minus 12 is 14. Find that. Area of a rectangle minus the area of a triangle. Same parallelogram. Find the area of the triangle. Subtract the circle. Circle minus a trapezoid. That one looks funny. A square and parallelogram. And then a rectangle and a triangle. I don't think there's any unit foolishness in here like I would do. But that is all I was going to go over today. So I'd like you to finish those questions. There's some of you have passed in your assignment. I'm going to post and I will email today or tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, I think they said they were going on Monday. Mrs. Cameron and Mrs. Miss George, I think we're planning on going to Sussex, so I'm going to probably try to do the same thing where I go to school because most of you have notes, but not all of you. If you want them, I'll try to be at the school on Monday. So if you have no questions, finish those ones up. And we will meet back on Monday. It would be awesome if we were back at school. If not, I will be at the school and have some notes if anybody wants to have those. So if everybody's good with that, I will see you guys on Monday and hope you have a great weekend.